Hi, my name is Selena and welcome to Live Light Well.
Eat life. Hi guys, Selena here again with Live Light Well. How are you? Hope you're well. So today I am just going to talk about my page. I've revised it a bit. I've mentioned already that I have a second channel that I'm starting called Into All Truth, and if you can just click on my homepage there to subscribe to it, and I'm going to have more information about more controversial spiritual content as relates to prophecy, being a Christian, flat earth. It's going to be like everything controversial. Like I say, my channel is really penalized a lot in terms of subscribers, watches, all that kind of stuff, because of my content. So at this point, I just kind of feel like, hey, I just got to go all the way then. It's like if I'm going to be penalized, then I'm going to give you a reason to penalize me. So I'm excited, and I hope you guys are excited too, because I'm going to go right off the rails here. We're going to go all the way in. I'm going to go in, as the Americans like to say. I'm not American, but you know, I'm Canadian, and we're right next door, so we get all the sayings, and all the people come up here and everything. So I'm about to go in on the truth. As for my health page, which will also do the same thing, what I've done is I've kind of organized my homepage, and I'm just going to go through it. So this is my new page. And so what I've done with it, so that you guys can navigate it a little better, is when you come to my main page and you haven't seen the latest video, then of course it's going to be right here. This is my new channel, Into All Truth. So if you want to subscribe, see mine says subscribe. So here I'll unsubscribe. And then you can just see this button here. You just hit it and you go subscribe. And that's how you can subscribe to it and click through to it. Now I'm going to be doing, on this channel, I'll probably do one video a week. And then I will do a promo for whatever I have on my other channel. So you can get updates as to what I'm showing on there. And then you can go and check it out. Okay, so the next part of my page you'll see here, if you scroll down, is my recent activities. So that's my whatever I posted last. So recently it's been a lot of recipes. I'll probably be doing some more recipes on here. But you know, I'm going to be going to farmers markets. It's summertime. I'm so excited. I'm going to be doing more lifestyle stuff, mountain climbing, wild crafting, all that kind of stuff, because I'm trying to change my lifestyle. I'm going to go and check out tiny house homesteads in the Greater Vancouver, BC area, probably up to 2 hours out of Vancouver. I'm also really interested in going to look at the tribal lands, which are offering tiny houses for the tribes of the First Nations of Canada or North America, so that they've now come up with this idea that they want to have the tribes coming into their lands. So they're offering tiny house allotments for them so they can have some stability, because they don't have a lot of stability here. Okay, so anyway, obviously I have my popular uploads for new people coming on my page. And then I have spiritual. If you see here, there's about 5 different categories, which I also have on my web page. Goes to my Facebook before it goes to my actual web page. Isn't that great? Isn't that so lovely of Google? It's like it loves to self-promote, right? Definitely the beast in the machine. And then here's my web page. So here's the 4 main categories: eat well, healing well, live well, spiritual well. And so the same categories. And I put Bellwell because I do have a lot of beauty stuff I kind of noticed. And I basically shut down my hair channel. So I'm going to be moving over a lot of the stuff on how to do natural protective hairstylings, retro hairstyles, natural hair products. I'm going to port a lot of that stuff over to my Live Light Well page, just because a lot of the health stuff that you can do for your body, your skin, protecting yourself about against the environment, working with the environment, all can enhance your physical beauty ultimately. That's not the goal. Um, for me, I've always just wanted to be naturally beautiful, my whole life. My family's like that. The women in my family are like that. Nobody wears makeup. It's kind of a thing that the women in my family don't wear makeup. Not even on the white side of my family, I don't wear any makeup. Maybe to go like for a formal occasion, a bit of makeup, but day to day life, no. It's just not something we do. And I think it's a good thing because I know I'm digressing here a little bit. I think it's a good thing because, you've got to learn to like yourself the way that you are. And also, if you start wearing makeup and concealer and cover up, they put a lot of chemicals and garbage in there, and they put a lot of waste products from birth, like from placentas, from baby body parts that have been aborted, um, is in a lot of makeup products and skin creams. That's why I make all my own, because I don't know what they're putting in that stuff. And so, people who wear makeup all the time, I find their skin tends to look deathly after a while, and they get dark circles under their eyes. That's what I noticed over my life, because when I was a teenager, I started like a tween, I started wearing makeup, and then I stopped because I was like, I got addicted to it. So I don't wear any makeup. And plus, these days, you don't know who you're dealing with. These people can put on like all kinds of stuff all over their face, and they can look like a nightmare without their makeup, like a totally different person or a man or something like that. And you think they're a woman. You know what I mean? It's like too much deception. It's like you got to be who you are, accept yourself as God made you, and be grateful for that. And it's just freedom. You know what I mean? And most of all, best of all, because I am lazy, man. I'm sorry. It's less work. If you just take care of your skin and your body and your health, you don't have to work at making yourself look beautiful. I mean, I all I do is put my hair up in a head wrap, and I've noticed the more I put my hair up in a head wrap, the easier it is. I don't even have to style it. I can wear like I used to wear my hair out 2 or 3 days a week and go from my hair down in stage one to up to head wrap, up to ponytail, to wearing it up and then taking it down, once every 2 or 3 days and styling it. Now it's up in a head wrap most of the time, and in the middle of the day I might wear it out, and it's perfectly styled. And I only have to wash it once a week. I don't. Before I would maybe co-wash it midweek. Now, with the head wrap, I just have to wash it once a week, style it once a week, and it just stays healthy, and the head wrap resets the curls. I mean, it's amazing. But anyway, I digress. So let's go back to, so we start with spiritual, and so I've got these categories here. So this is my, just dealing with my spiritual journey and so forth here. And so I've included in here, the videos about Arzarath, about learning that I'm a descendant of Judah, my spiritual trauma around race, and my brother and so many of the men I grew up with being put in prison up here in Canada and that sort of thing. And so the spiritual journey is there. I also have a healing meditation video. I'm going to do more of those. Now here I have the benefits of fasting, and it goes into the spiritual aspects of that, and my 40-day fast as well. So beginning my 40-day fast. So they're kind of, two of them are in the same category, but also, and then Judeo-Christian forerunners in the health movement, so that you can see the spiritual connection between health and the Word of God and the commands of God. So, and then finally, I have a praise and worship playlist. So, if you know you're having trouble sleeping or something, then or you just need to hear some praise and worship, you can just play it, and there's like over 52 songs there. So that's for you guys. Next, you come down to this category, Eat Well, and I have all these Savvy alkaline recipes, just awesome. If you want to learn to cook and with alkaline foods, I've found some of the best people I find there. I've listed a lot of their recipes here. There is a bias towards a more West Indian diet because I'm West Indian background, Jamaican. I'm not American. You know, I mean, I like American food, but you know what? I like Jamaican food better, man. It's like, I like it better. So anyway, I've got, like, I always promote PolitiFest. She's in here because I love me. I love her cook food. I remember at one point, look, here's the difference between Jamaicans, like West Indians versus African Americans. And that is like, okay, West Indians like their sugar. Don't get me wrong. West Indians do like their sugar like Americans do. Like part of the whole slavery thing is we got all taken into sugar, okay? But so there's some West Indian sweet foods, right? But for the most part, West Indians will say to me, I love cooked food. Like we love our hot cooked savory food. And I was listening to PolitiFest. She was talking. She was like, people, the African Americans were saying, and can you put up more recipes for sweets and cakes? And eventually she was like, no. She was like, I really am not into sweets and cakes. I like savory food, and I am the same way, man. Like I would eat. Look, I have an eating disorder. Okay, I have to tell you, I'm not like anorexic, like I'm throwing food up or something like that. But I get serious cravings because of what I'm dealing with in my stomach, and I'm an emotional eater. So, so I'm working on that with the fasting and the herbs and all this stuff. It's and prayer, and it's declining and so on and so forth. But anyway, the point I was making was that PolitiFest was like, no. She was like, I just like savory food. She's like, I'm not looking for a whole bunch of recipes for sweets. She's like, because I really just like savory food, and I'm the same way. I love cooked food because it just reminds you of being like with family and like a good meal and, you know, it going down well. So I'm the same way. So God bless PolitiFest. So anyway, so that's the Savvy original foods. There's like 106 recipes and counting in there. I'm always looking for more, and I'm making them myself. So now here's probiotic healing and cultured foods. Now I'm not doing these right now because I am doing Savvy. But for those of you who are broadening your spectrum of eating, or especially if you're from a European background, then the probiotic foods really tend to work well with that constitution. So then I have a list of juices and smoothies and so on and so forth that are healthy for healing. And then more fermented foods. This is looking at kefirs and that kind of thing. And then this is just plain healthy recipes. They're neither Gerson therapy, nor are they like exclusively Savvy or Gerson, but they're just some really healthy recipes. There's a lot of hybrid foods in there, so don't look to it as your Savvy playlist. This Yaz Original Foods Meals, Dr. Savvy Alkaline Recipes, Mucusless Diet playlist. That is where you want to go for original foods for the mucusless diet. It's the most healthy. But, you know, the other playlist is an option for people who are just trying to start eating healthy because everyone starts somewhere. So, and I have more stuff in this list. I also have Eris Lathan, and I think I'm going to put Dr. Savvy down here. But he's a raw foodist, the father of raw foods. And so that's why I put him there, because he's also a good place to kind of start. So anyway, next here we have Heal Well. So with Heal Well, I have like some of the top 7 alternative. There's really about 10 in there actually. Alternative cancer and autoimmune treatments. Basically, they're all naturally based. And they're non-toxic treatments. They're based on the way that your body naturally works, or your own immune system works, or original foods, or just natural ways of healing the body. And the most successful anti-cancer therapies based on natural treatment. So next, I have a playlist on the cause of disease. So I go into all kinds of things like parasites. I go into chemtrails. I go into toxins. And so you can take a look at that to see where disease starts and learn about why you need to detoxify your body. And then, of course, I have the Gerson therapy, and because that's one of the ways you can detoxify your body. Of course, Sebi as well, which I have Sebi, I think, here. Yeah. So there's a lot of videos here uh, about Dr. Sebi. So it's not just, here I've got a playlist of original foods listing what the original foods are. And then it's a compilation of interviews with Dr. Sebi or his speeches. So you can learn about him and who he is. And then disease healing victory stories. So you can choose what kind of a protocol you'd like to take a look at that suits you the most, and then start to educate yourself on it. Go down the rabbit hole. That's what my page is for people to teach themselves and get going down the rabbit hole. So and so I've got all the juicing modalities here. So there's Gerson, and there's all kinds of other things. Like I'm using a lot, kind of the Latin way of juicing with lots of peppers and greens and nopal cactus and all of those kinds of things, because there was a woman who I saw online, and she's in here, and she juiced like 14 glasses of juice a day and got rid of her cancer. And of course that included peppers, hot peppers, and parsley and cilantro and all these things that would be on Sebi's playlist, actually on his food list. Some of them have been removed, some added back in, but you can see it's a very Latin American based approach to juicing, and she was able to heal that way, and it's logical. So there's other juicing recipes I have in there. So you just take a look at that and then go on down your journey. Lastly, here I have Live Well / Bell Well. So this is a lot of environmental health stuff. So this is a lot about earthing, home cleaners, eating out of things like silverware or copper even, because they actually purify and clean your water and your food. They get rid of pathogens in the process of eating. So if your grandma has some silverware, go on and get it. Being in the mountains, this is why I have this as my feature photo. Sometimes I'm a little bit conflicted about it because I'm a child of God, and I don't want to be showing off the sexy body or anything like that. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to look at the body as something that is for healing and health. I'm not trying to be sexy with my cover image. But I show the earthing image because there I am in this photo here, laid out on some rocks up in the interior of BC. And just the electromagnetic force field coming off the rocks I found to be very, very healing and stabilizing. So that's earthing. I also have holistic healthy lifestyle, and this includes homemade natural cleaners, oils, lotions, that kind of thing. Same with this, healing essential oils, and then sustainable beauty. So sustainable beauty includes exercise, going up into the mountains and stuff, again, just like with the environmental health one. And wearing your hair natural, the benefits of that, how your hair is sort of an extension of your nervous system, those kinds of things. And then the result is beauty and natural beauty, the way that God created us. So that's basically how you can navigate my page. And that's why I've just kind of updated it. And I have this, I'm kind of, been exploring using this logo of, this is kind of the tree of life, but it's also, the burning bush at the same time. And, where the leaves of the trees are for the healing of the nations, and the fruit thereof is for food. So that's kind of the feeling I was going for with that. Yet it's also, you can see there's water in the image as well, because it's a wellspring of information and a tree of life. So, and then there's also a cross in there, because a cross is symbolic of a tree. It's also symbolic of a curse, but it's also symbolic of the tree. So, and then we've got some food and some salad there and stuff, because it's about food as well, right? So that's my update. Sorry it's getting dark. The sun was going down when I recorded this, but Thank you guys so much for watching, and please like and subscribe and share. And don't forget to eat well, eat life, and we'll see you in the next one. Bless.